Welcome back to Outfits Garage and whatever else you can think we do around here. I am putting together this 5.3 and I'm going to show you what I'm doing. These rod bolts, you got to torque them down to 15 foot-pounds. No, you don't leave them there. 15's not enough. You torque these rod bolts down to 15 foot-pounds and then you turn them 60 degrees on these old LM7s here, these old motors. These might be, I need to do some checking on my years. They're either 60 or 80 degrees is what you turn them on, depending on your year model. That's why I'm saying go back and check your year model of what it needs to be. So anyway, you spin these things around after you torque them 15 pounds, and then you turn them 60 or 80 degrees. Now I've been doing these 60 because I thought that was my year model, but I don't have one of them fancy $500 torque wrenches or 1,000, whatever they are, but I do have a degree finder. Look there. Let me show you something. You line your bar up with that, and you pull it square with that, and then you turn this thing around to where you're lined up with that. Well, I usually don't have a camera in my hand, but you do that, you get it lined up this way to start with, and then when you spin your right bar around, you line it up with that. If it's lined up, and that's 60 degrees. So, or 80 degrees, whatever. I'm just trying to show you what I'm doing. But I'm still kind of outfitting things around here. Y'all know how I do things. I outfit things. I clean rings. I use used rings. So, you know, we do things cheap way around here. If you ever get a chance, check out Chorizo Racing. Them boys are out there in California, out there where everything's about twice, 3 times as high as it is here in Arkansas. You watch how guys can make things work on a budget, and that's the guys I like to watch. Now I like watching guys like Cletus McFarland and Finnegan, not Finnegan, but Finnegan. You know, some of these channels that's got that's made it big, if you will, in the YouTube and making bukus and bukus of money. Well, Whistling Diesel and stuff like that, they make money off of YouTube like it's going out of style, but they've made it. I'm not degrading them at all. I'm applauding them for making it. But I haven't got there. I haven't got 1,000 subscribers yet, so I'm having to go with what I have. So we're still on the poor boy list over here, trying to get there so that we can make money and do things a little bit better. But I'm just trying to show you things on a budget, if you will, like clean these old rings up in this motor and put it back together. That's why I mentioned Chorizo Racing. They calls it the 1%ers. Yeah, we're 1%ers out there because there's about 1% of everybody out there that agreed with me that it was a good idea to be using used rings in this motor. But everybody else kind of gave me down the road for that and telling me how silly and stupid and ignorant and all of that. But some people said, good idea, good information. Well, here's the reason for me cleaning rings. Now, you can see right here, that's a brand new set of rings right there. One piston, okay? I had a guy from work I work with bring me those, and they might be a used set, I ain't for sure. But anyway, when you're trying to do things on a budget, you look for the budget deals, okay? these motors, everybody talks about how 5.3s and LS motors will run for 3, 4, 500,000 miles. Everybody's heard that. I know a guy right now that has 500,000 miles on his, I believe it's an '08 Chevrolet truck, and he's still going. 500,000. He showed a picture of his odometer the other day. Still rolling, and on the original engine and all that. So if that be the case, when I located this problem with this motor of the oil being just caked in around those oil rings, that tells me the rings wasn't bad. The pistons have a problem of getting rid of the oil. So therefore you go back and look a video back to where I did that and see where I drilled the holes in that piston and get it to where the oil can escape out of that piston, and then maybe the rings won't get caked up with that old oil. So this is an experiment, guys. I'm experimenting on my own stuff, not on somebody else's. So if this works, I just saved, what, maybe $100, but at the most, but if it don't work, what have I wasted? I could go get me another motor just like this at the junkyard. I've located some for about $600. So if that be the case, I might pull the oil pan off of it, clean it, and I might pull the timing cover off of it and check the timing chain. I might do something like that. But if that's the case, if it doesn't work, if it doesn't fix it, I'm going to put it right back together and put it in this truck and roll. So we'll see. But I don't think this motor is going to use oil like the last motor was. So we'll see. But it's an experiment, okay? Chill out. Everything's cool. So anyway, that's what I'm doing here. Building 5.3 engines on a budget. That's what this channel's all about. Racing on a budget, building motors on a budget, doing things on a budget, because I don't have the money to be out here just spending $1,000 to try to go through this motor. I don't have it. It's not in the bank account to be got. So, and nobody's sending money into my mailbox to help me out. This is me proving myself to you guys that I'm not an idiot like some people might think I am. Hey, we're trying. I'm doing things with what I got. And that's what this channel's all about. Doing with what you have. The one percenters, as Chorizen Racing says. Go check them out. Chorizen Racing on YouTube. It's a couple guys out there and they out there in California just hammering it out with a little old race truck, and it's pretty cool. So, all right now, Russell here saying God bless you. Outfits Garage is saying keep a hammering, guys.